Renaldo Lawrence is an author, educator, interactive content developer, and motivational speaker. His work with technology in the education industry has transformed the schools he has worked in by improving communication between all stakeholders, from faculty, staff, to students and parents. This work has not only improved communication, but has helped to raise the profile of these institutions to the extent that Renaldo was recognized as one to watch in the 2018 EdTech 50 in London, England. Renaldo was drafted by the Los Angeles Clippers. He is a LinkedIn trainer, an author, Adobe education leader, Apple distinguished educator, Microsoft innovative educator, an educator trainer, and an advanced skills teacher. Guinness Book of World Records for the most points scored in a game in London, England, and he holds his master's in education. So please give a wonderful round of applause for your speaker, Mr. Renaldo Lawrence.
Today, I want you to think of this when I'm talking to you. And I want you to think of it, and I don't want you to answer it to me, I want you to answer it to yourself during our conversation. And what I want you to think about is this: how much do you love you? I don't mean superficial you, I mean the real you. How much value do you bring to the world? And how unselfish can you be so that the world will become a better place because you have the opportunity to be here? I want you to think of that when I talk to you today. Can we turn this down some, the lights, or do we have to have it? All of you have a story. But the problem is, do you want to tell your story to the world? All of you have a story. And you have a magnificent story. And the magnificent story that you have to tell is about your life. But the problem is, sometimes you don't even believe it about you. I am very fortunate. I'm from St. Matthews, South Carolina. I don't know whether you know St. Matthews, but it's right down the road here, about 10, 15 miles. And when I was growing up, I didn't feel very good about myself. I did the superficial thing with the clothes and all that, and the sneakers and all that. But deep down, I didn't really feel good about myself. I was very fortunate that I had a lot of people who cared more about me than I cared about myself, and helped me along the way. Throughout your life, you're going to have conversations that can either make or break you. They can make or break you. You will encounter people that are going to be absolutely incredible to your life, but you're also going to encounter people who they don't have your best interests in mind. And it's up to you to distinguish the difference. I live in London, I live in England, and I am really fortunate that I have a lovely wife, 2 kids. My son played in the 2012 Olympics for Great Britain basketball. I played in the NBA for a minute, and I hold about 7 or 8 different scoring records in the UK. And I only tell you that because that's how people tend to want to know you about what you've done. But to me, that's not important. To me, the most important thing in my life is that I'm here with you today. I have a 92-year-old mother who, last night, I had the opportunity to set up and listen to her read a chapter in her book, in my book about her. So I have a chapter in here about my mother and the value she brought to my life and my brothers and sisters. So my question to you is, what value are you going to bring to the world? Every day you get up, you have an opportunity to change somebody else's life every day. On this slide right here, I want to show you, just talk about one person. And that's this person right here, Kevin Cale. Before I do anything, I always talk about Kevin. Kevin was my best friend. Kevin died on October 17, 2017. Kevin died like that. I had a call about 1:30 in the morning, didn't answer the phone because I don't know who's calling my house at 1:30 in the morning. I got up by 2 o'clock and they told me he was gone. Told me he was gone. What are you going to do with your life? Because you never know. You never know. Today is about you. Today is about the value you bring to the world and the value you bring to yourself. Your current situation is not your final destination. So whatever situation you're in now, be it good or bad, it is not your final destination. You have the opportunity to change whatever you want to change. When I came in here today, I was just so pleasantly surprised about how polite you were, about how wonderful some of the people I spoke to, and hello, sir, how are you doing, sir? I was blown away. Pleasant. Because I'm going to tell you something. How you treat people will allow you to get places in your life. How you treat people will allow you to get to different places in your life. It ain't about you. Trust me. It ain't about you. It's about the value you bring to the world and the value you bring to other people. That's how you get great jobs, guys. That's how you get great jobs. I'd like to tell you a story about a young man that I know. And I need your imaginations. I want you to think it's about midday, by 12 o'clock in the afternoon, inside of a hospital room. Two parents and a doctor. You could hear the wind outside the window. And the doctor was talking to the mother and father. And the doctor said, "I'm sorry, but your child was born, but his insides are all twisted up. And we don't know whether we can save the child." Can you imagine how the parents felt? About 10 minutes later, a doctor rushed in and said, "We have to take him and operate on him straight away. But if we don't find what we're looking for, the most that child has to live is 6 weeks. 6 weeks." Well, they didn't find what they were looking for. So they sent that child home. That child is me. That child is me. I say that only to tell you, you are magnificent. You are magnificent. But you gotta believe it, guys. You gotta believe it. I've traveled the world. I've been to all but 5 states in the United States. I've been to all of about 6 states in Europe. Guys, I've never met anybody like you. You are the most unique individual this world has ever produced. But you gotta believe it. You got to believe it. I was very fortunate that during my high school years, I got a scholarship to go to university. So I started out at Benedict University in Columbia. Didn't like it because I wasn't playing much. I was playing basketball. I then went to junior college, and then I went to Appalachian State University. And I was drafted, played with the Clippers for a minute, and then I got cut. And what I didn't want to do is spend the rest of my life trying to do something that I wasn't sure that was of value to me. But you know what that I found out? That wasn't my path. That wasn't my path. My path was to use basketball as an avenue of getting my degree, getting my master's, and now traveling the world, talking to people like you, and working in schools to make you understand this. You are magnificent. Man, sometimes you should just kiss yourself. But the problem is, you don't believe it. You don't believe it. Or you think you're good, but you don't believe that you are truly magnificent. Truly, truly magnificent. All of us will go through transformations in our lives. You are here now, and you're starting off probably the most significant part of your life, because this is going to be the basis for everything you do the rest of your life. You have to have an education. You know, when I was where you were now, the only thing I wanted to do was play basketball. Education, yeah, right. So what? I'm going to make the pros. Don't need it. But boy, was I wrong. You need to get an education. And I'm going to tell you something. You're going to have